Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic, Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic, Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic, Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic, Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic, Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic, Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cast. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Welcome, folks. inside the Daphne Arena here at St. Mary's University, home of the St. Mary's Huskies, as we get set here for puck drop. Local time 9:25 here, as we're running a little bit behind schedule as we get set for puck drop between the Wolves and the Caps, and we are underway. As that's dumped in by Asperg, as they're going to get on the forecheck right away. Good speed down the far side there. McHenry going to pressure that puck as it's rimmed down the far wall up to the close side here as it's chipped past. Going to have to go back for that as LaPierre. Far side chip play. It's going to get chipped off the wall as it sends some feet over on the far side. Driscoll's going to battle for it as she pulls out of the pile there as it's chipped over to the far side here just in front of us. So that's chipped in. Driscoll's going to get on the forecheck now. Driscoll wearing the C this year for the Caps as Ella Driscoll, she'll head off for a change out the far side as it goes down. That'll go the full length. Icing be the call there, and the coach there for the Wolves not too pleased, saying they have to at least try. So an icing going to be called, so a face-off's going to come back into the Wolves zone here. No changing on that, as she has a word there for the linesman. They can't change. 5 on. It's going to get kicked there. That'll be number 4. Kyla Mills going to come in there, going to take the draw as Webster. Webster loses that puck as that goes back to the point. Backhanded in by Leslie. Now back clearing attempt up in the air as it bobbles around a couple players. That's poked ahead, worked. Here's Webster. She gets pinched off there on the far side. Battle continues on the far wall. Number 3, call up for the Wolves, so we'll get a name and roster spot there for you as that puck worked in off a skate now at the blue line. So it'll be picked up. Stevenson, far side. Centering pass picked off. Good job to read that play, dumping it in. Peeling off for a change there was Dowling. Is that puck off the wall? Chipping it back in. Looking over some options down low as they look to work it up. So that puck picked up. Kearney in the high slot. Kearney gonna put it down low. Kearney, the assistant captain for the Capitals this year. Shot there from Parsons. It's sent over. Kearney now the far side. Good speed so far here as Kearney off the half wall, trying to cut to the middle as it's taken off of her stick. Poked to the middle. Webster trying to get it back now. Picked up. As that's worked in, dumped in, and getting them right back in on the forecheck here are the Caps. Onside. That was Wilkie working it in. Nice stick there, keeping it in, but it'll be held in momentarily. So it'll be picked up, backhanded in there. That'll be sent down on net. That was Kinley Duncan. She'll retreat back, trying to maybe trap the Capitals here, slow them down as it's turned back. Offside though, chipped back in. McNeil will go for it now. Payne with it. Payne stopping up. Nice move by Payne off the wall here. Chipped up. Will that have enough? Yes, it will. Full length there for icing, and we'll have a whistle here at 17:11 remaining in the first period. So the Caps on the forecheck here early, but an icing call here to send the puck and get to introduce a starting goaltender. In net for the Capitals, number 30, Lauren Delaney. She gets the nod here for the Caps as they enter this game at a record of 1-1 with 5 goals for. Only 2 allowed against in the 2 games. As they are 91% on the power play and 100% on the penalty kill. Entering tonight's game here, only taking 20 penalty minutes so far. So 10 penalty minutes averaging out between the 2 games as they enter this one with like I said, a 1-1 record. As that puck chipped up high in the air, starting down the far, 200 feet from her is going to be number 1, Peyton Crozier. As Crozier going to get the nod here for the Wolves in this late night game, starting later than expected as Asbridge picks it up, chipped through. Driscoll's going to chip it ahead to herself. Driscoll works it in on her forehand, just going to drop the shoulder, drive the net, barrel through. She can't get a shot away though. She's bumped As Driscoll driving hard to the net. She'll retreat back. She's going to have to back check now. Driscoll's going to have to go the full 200 feet there as Webster pokes it ahead as Leslie. Good foot race there as Leslie stopping up, and that'll be held on to. Good job there. Leslie just making sure the puck just rolled in there. On to Delaney, and Delaney holding on for the whistle. Face-off going to go to her glove side here. Change for the Wolves as a face-off. One back. Good job by Driscoll. Will be worked around for Leslie as Asperg on the side. Chips it up ahead, too far away from Driscoll. Sent back, too far to the reach of Duggan, and that'll have to go back, going back for that puck. There was Walter. Sadie Walter up the wall. Nice poke there. That'll be chipped up ahead to herself. That's Haley Dowling in over the line. Dowling gets twisted up, puck in behind the net of the Wolves. Cycling in her own zone. Smart play there by McNeil. Puck to the point. Nice play there to work it back off the half wall. She gets tangled up. Now working it over. It'll be picked up. Kelly shot there. Worked in front. Loose. Rebound. It's going to eat a couple pushes now here as driving to the net there. On a great opportunity, I believe there was Charlotte O'Dane. So Charlotte O'Dane was driving the net, and she got a little tangled up in front there. A face-off is going to go to the glove hand side of Cozier. So that puck on the half wall, stepping up. Wilkie, she gets stepped around now. Going to have to go back there for that puck. Harlan, nice play there. Harlan poking that puck up the wing. Kelly going to step down. Abigail Kelly picking that puck up, trying to chip it up, work it in. Dowling, that goes off the linesman on the far side. O'Dane gets mixed up there as that puck chipped in. Wilkie rimming it around for Kelly. Kelly trying to get there, chipping it. Can't do so. Good job. Here's a chance. Now Kelly will pick it up, and she'll control, get to center, dump it in. She'll peel off for a change and head to the bench as they do a line change over on the far side. That puck sent over to the far wall now, and it's sent into the neutral zone. Chip pass up in. They come in across the line. Shot there. That was labeled for up over top of the net. Far side over there on the rebound. Good blocker save by Cozier. So here's a chance. Kearney shot high and wide past the glove hand side. Payne off the half wall and picked up there, sent down. LaPierre. She'll go back for that puck now. Over to Payne. Payne touch pass there. Kearney gonna dump it in. Gonna go back for that puck over on the far side. Pino. Pass there over on the far wall, chipping that puck down in. Good hold at the line there. Over on the far side, LaPierre. Smart play there by Pino. Pino stepping up. Overshoots that pass. Here's a chance. High slot, poked away. Pinot up to the point. Payne, slap shot, glove save. Held on for a whistle. Just a little gathering in front once again here. In front of the goalie crease of goaltender Peyton Cozier. She gets the late start here tonight in this game as the Wolves enter this game with an 0-4 record. 3 goals for, 20 against, as they've taken 54 penalty minutes in this season so far. Their power play running at 6% and their PK at 71. As that puck centered, here's a chance out front. As it's cleared away. Good job by Walter to clear it away a harm's way as its bow cleared back and sent right back in. Good job to dump it right back. Gamble taking no chances with it on the far side, centering off a skate or two and picked up once again there. Power through the neutral zone. Power weaving through, loses control. Chipped around, stepping up. A little bit of contact at the line. Leslie stepping up. Jordy now picking the puck up. Jordy going to get center and dump it in. Peeling off for a change, and the Stars full line change now as they'll set up the Wolves in behind their own net. Clearing far, dump there. That goes through the feet of Wilkie, and no icing there. Good job to pressure that puck. Battle along the far side. Centering pass shot, rebound loose. pad save, still loose in front. Rebound off the pad, clear back into the high slot area. Now over to the wall on the far side. Harland trying to clear it up. Asbridge. Good job there, trying to chip it in. Turned over at the line, though, and sent back. So they'll regroup. Far side pass. Trying to chip it in now on the far side wall over there. McHenry. It's cleared back. Pass Lapierre. No icing. Lapierre. D to D. Payne. Payne's going to turn that over down low. Only momentarily as Driscoll's going to help out. It'll be picked up. Far side. McHenry can't collect as it's in her feet. Chipped ahead. Good job on the far side wall there. Brooke McGuagan. As that's down. Pena. Payne now with it. Cutting back. Payne stopping up once again. Centering pass. Nice look there through the middle of the zone as that was wide open as Payne will wheel up now the wall as that's sent in. Good job there by Payne getting it in deep. Left there. Cozier. Rimming it up the wall. Payne's going to step up and that'll be sent down. No icing. Leslie will pick that up now. Leslie off the wall. Trying to clear it out. Good job to keep it in there by Webster. And she'll go on the forecheck now. Leslie, far side. Dowling going to try to chip it out. Now she does. Good job there by Dowling as that puck D to D. Richards. Chip pass too hard for McNeil as she couldn't control. She'll get it on the forecheck. Good job there once again by McNeil on the forecheck as she's all over the place. As that puck chipped up. Bouncing puck as Gamble took a chance there. Could have say she gambled a little bit as that puck bounced over her skate. As that puck right off the bench, chipping it up ahead. Trying to chip it in. O'Dane. Picked up Kearney. Going to drive, trying to cut towards the net on her backhand. That's sent back around close side here for Blaquier. Blaquier trying to chip it out. Good job there on the touch now. Here's Duncan. Has McNeil. Duncan going to drive wide towards the net. McNeil trying to get a stick on it. Can't do so. Duncan now down low. Backhand to the point. Gamble shot there. Rebound loose. They're going to try to battle for it. Still loose. And that'll be stopped on and a pile up in front of the net. And they'll battle and looks like a little slashing and goalie's getting into it down there. Some even action here as the puck was loose in front of the net there. Delaney jumping on it. There's a pile up here. Some words still exchanging and McNeil mixing it up here a little bit and some tempers flaring here early in the game. Good job protecting the goaltender. We'll see if any penalties come out of that. No penalties on the play. So a face-off to the blocker hand side here. 9:52 remaining. No calls on the play. So they'll play on here. Face-off. Glove hand side. Delaney gets set. In the crease, that puck sent him to the wall. 3 Wolves in there. They have 4 people down in below the half wall. As that puck battle along here once again. Shea Song going to battle for it on the far side as she pressures down now. As it's rimmed around here to the close side wall. Up to the wing. Stepping up, Gamble. Taking a chance once again. In behind. So that puck will be chipped up. We'll get a roster update during the intermission there for the Wolves call-up player. Nice move there as that's worked in here by the Caps. 4-on-2. Nice stick, though, as that was turned away, poked away by Maggie Gamble, having herself a pretty solid start to this game. Still deadlocked at 0 here. Shots 5-4 in favor of the Wolves as they work it in. Dumped in high off the end boards. Glass, I should say. It was hit the plexiglass. Different pain in there behind the net as that's turned back by Wilkie. She'll go D to D. Far side. Picked up. Walter going to cut back once again and go back here for Wilkie as she'll set up behind her net. Pressured by the Wolves, pushing on the forecheck here now as that's chipped up. That goes around. Nice play there to step around her defender. There was Chloe Jordy. She'll work it across into the feet as that puck got lost in the feet there. of Zara Prince as it's now worked up. Trying to work it up into the neutral zone. Chipped up ahead. Webster going to try to drive it down low. Good job by Webster to get it in on the offensive zone. Pinching down the far side. McPherson. Mariah McPherson now. She's going to pressure all the way in behind the net. Defenseman going to step up and take a long route there. She gets back into her defensive posture on the far side. Right defensive side is rimmed around, held in. Wilkie thought she might have lost it. Heads up. Jordy taking a risky play, almost losing it in front, taking out the far side. Looks like it was my mistake. Duncan, as the Wolves hounding the Caps here as that puck turned over down low. Nice forecheck here coming by that was Thomas as that puck to the point. Just held on line. Sent towards the net. Shot there. Couldn't find its way through as Harland blocked that puck as it's worked down. Jordy, as that'll be held on to a nice little slash there as they tangle up down in the corner. No call on the play. They'll play on as McNeil frustrated with Harland as they got a little mixed up there as the Wolves pressuring. I think the coach saying, Mayor, keep it going as the face-off's going to come down here once again as the Wolves pressuring hard here. 7:20 remaining here in the period as it's worked around the far side. Heads up, that's chipped out now. Driscoll across the line, loses it in her feet. That could have been offside potentially as that's chipped back. D Payne. Center, nice pass there as it's worked over the line. Asbridge, shot glove save, held on to for a whistle there. Calm, cool, and collected. Peyton Cozier will hold on for a whistle here with 6:55 remaining now. Action all week here at the Daphne Arena, downtown Halifax. So if you're in the area, want to come check out some local hockey, please feel free to stop on by. As that puck worked up, Driscoll, heavy shoulder for her as it's worked to Payne now. Payne shot blocked on the way through. Fearless in front there, Maggie Gamble. Once again, said it once, I'll say it again. Maggie Gamble having a solid start there. She gets back defensively. Far side. So that'll be worked in. Like I said, once again, I'll get a roster update here in this first period to get at the numbers there for number 3 and 18. But that'll be worked back across. Here's a chance. Gonna drive. McHenry shot into the chest protector. And held on to there once again by Cozier. What a save. As McHenry once again showing her display of speed as Cozier will get a couple taps from her teammates. As they knew that was a nice save there. So a face off. Gonna go down here to the blocker side of Cozier as that's off the draw. Far side. That goes under the skate there of Thomas as she'll pick it up now on the wall. Thomas trying to chip it out. She'll overskate it. No. Cutting back down. Here's Kelly, Abigail Kelly. Down along the end wall, cycling it back up, trying to get it to Leslie. Good job by Thomas using her body, but it'll be picked off. Leslie trying to work it back. McNeil now. McNeil poked off of her stick. Duncan trying to work it in. Chipped up ahead. Back there. McGuigan chipping it. Good job by McNeil reading that play, and she'll get to it first, but turn right over. Leslie up the wall. O'Day chipping that a puck ahead. Kelly knocks off McNeil for Thomas. Too far to the reach. Thomas peels off for a chain. Back the other way. 1-on-2 now. Cross the line. Wilkie forehand to her backhand, cutting up the wall. Poked off for a stick. Now here's a chance. Gonna come out and play it and clear it away. Out the line. Oh, and that was labeled trying to tip it in on net as that puck was wide, was going wide, trying to chip it towards the net, but it ended up going high. Puck now. Richards at the point. Shot there. Held on to for a whistle. As coming way out of her net to play. That was Lauren Delaney, but she couldn't clear it quite. And a shot from Chasson towards the net, and that puck couldn't find its way to the back of the net. So just under 5 minutes remaining here in the period as that puck to the point. Chasson battling. Lapierre cycling it back down for Payne. Payne up the wall, beaten, chipping that puck into the neutral zone. Good job to slow that down, and the goalie's playing the puck here well tonight, is stepping out on the far side there was Cozier. As she says, if you can play the puck, I can as well. As that puck now back here through the neutral zone. Nice play, finds Parsons offside, says the official at the line. So I think maybe stepping offside there was Kearney. Haishlin Kearney. Face off offside here, so Kearney's going to dig in here just in front of us. And she'll face off there right against Miley Stevenson as that puck goes D to D, far side, off the glass, heads up. That was close to the official as that goes into the neutral zone here once again. Cutting back now in behind, looking for an option. Payne, far side, doesn't connect. Gonna have to go back. Black here now, here's a chance off the post. As using her speed to her advantage there, Ashlyn Kearney rings one off the post there as the battle continues. Parsons trying to get it towards the net. Good stick there. Far side, trying to chip it out here. Under 4 minutes now remain. Gamble, backhand, chipping that, trying to connect here with Webster. She puts a light pressure on there, and back Caps come. So the Caps now. Shots all tied up at 6. That's worked down low. Prince. Lapierre shot. Off the skate of Jordy. Work back to the point. Shot. Rebound. Kicked away. As we await our first goal here in this game, is that puck chipped back. Will that have enough for icing? Is it sent? Leslie will get to it before the line, and McNeil will pressure now. Leslie up the wall. It'll be cycled back down there by Sydney Powers. That's up the wing now for Prince. Prince stepping in, gets knocked off of her stick out the far side. Trying to work it up. That's a bump there. Power ends up not even taking the worst of that puck. Is going to the ice there on the far side was McPherson. Is that puck now sent in? Good job by Prince. She'll peel off and she'll head for a change now as you see her head to the bench. Stepping on now is that puck sent back down the wall. Chipping it up into the neutral zone, just getting it out. And that'll peel off McPherson. Smart play. Mills will pressure. She just got walked there. It's nice play. So that's picked up there. Driscoll leaves it for Wilkie unintentionally and picked up. McHenry going to show her speed now once again. McHenry going to get first to that puck. McHenry, nice job there to separate puck from body. On the far side there was Pino. Good defensive play. Will that go? And yes, it will. So icing on the play there. So I'll get sent down the full way. 2:06 remain here in the first period. Shots are now 7-6 in favor of the Caps. As some momentum back down this way as faceoff's going to go to the blocker hand side of Cozier. So that puck chipped in. Driscoll will get to it. Light play there, trying to clear it. Now here's a chance. So a bench play there. I don't know if anyone caught that, but one went in one door and out the far door there. That was a sneaky play off the defensive zone draw there as Gamble will go back for it now. Rimming it around, chipping it up. Just holding the line. Great job there by Payne. Now here's Driscoll's shot. Off a stick, up and out of play here for a whistle. As Driscoll was coming down Broadway Street there and tried to let one go. Couldn't. Just in time getting a stick on it as they head off for a change there, as changing the full line. Forward line there for the Stars as Payne and Lapierre will stay out there as that puck faced off once again inside the Wolves zone, the glove hand side. 2 Wolves down there. Here's a chance. Payne shot. Off a skate. Rebound. Shot once again in front of the net. Pad save. Rebound. And that found its way to the back of the net. What a goal there as they battled for it and snuck its way through. As I don't know who's going to get credit for it, but the Caps have a 1-0 lead here. So an unexpected late goal by the Caps. They have a 1-0 lead here. 1:21 remaining here in the first. Puck chipped up, chipping it in. Kelly, that goes off a player and then go over. Looks like having a quick chat there maybe with their coach about maybe what happened on that last play there. Faceoff's going to come right outside the Wolves bench as that goes back to Pierre, D to D to Payne. So Dowling getting the goal there, getting the credit for that puck that snuck through the 5-hole of Cozier. As Dowling opens the scoring here late in the period. Is that puck sent in? Good job there holding the line, McGuigan. Assist going to go to O'Dane, sorry, my apologies. So O'Dane going to get the first assist in the game, but getting the first credited goal there as that puck worked in. Here's Parsons, shot blocker save, far side. McNeil battling on the far side. Back to the point now here. 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Leslie chipping that puck in, centering. That goes wide. So that puck sent now in the corner. Battle, just one last chance here. She can get a shot away, blocked on the way to the net. High slot, and that's cleared away to the wall. It's a little bit of pushing and shoving here going on, so great first period here, a 1-0 lead for the Capitals after one. Is a late goal coming off the stick of number 27, Haley Dowling. Is that puck found its way to the back of the net. So after one period of play, Caps lead 1-0. We'll be back for second period of action on High Button Sports after this short intermission.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back inside the Daphne Sports Center here on University of St. Mary's campus. Is home of the St. Mary's Huskies. We get set here for second period of action between the Capitals and the Wolves. Very back and forth first period between these two teams as we get set here, and then we are underway. As that puck sent back in behind, Payne will go back for it. Payne turned it up the wall. Payne gonna get it back once again here. She's pressured. Payne's gonna rim it around. Parsons gonna try to get to that. Can't do so. Stepping in. Pinot. Good job there, but Pinot gets caught on the pinch now as that's worked back through the neutral zone, and that's worked over the line. Kearney gonna drop the shoulder. Centering pass, shot, pad save. Cozier. Shot there once again. Cozier up to the task, and that's gonna be blockered away into the corner. As it's sent down low. Back far side wall. Got a roster update for you. That's Kara Blackier, potentially related to Finley Blackier's forward and defense out there. Potentially related, maybe sisters, cousins. So that's pressured there by Blackier. She changes now. Here's a chance. Kearney. Pinot got caught. Here's a chance. Kearney shot blocker save as she looked off on a 2-on-1. Centering pass. Parsons. Can't get all of that. Parsons going to battle down low. She's going to pressure down the far wing as Richards, Maddie Richards, trying to get it out. Far side centering. Jordy now with it. Cutting up the far wall on the forehand now. Centering off the bench. Shot by Prince. Couldn't get it all the way through as it's blocked on the way to the net. Down low. Cutting back. Centering. Up top to McAdam. Doesn't connect as it's back here. Good job, Leslie. Turning it up for Prince. Leslie will get it back now as she'll regroup, and Walter will go over. D2D, Leslie, got to be careful with it. She was the last one back as that's worked the wall. Nice touch pass through the middle now. Here's work, Jordy. Shot there. Just crossing over the ringette line as Leslie will go back for that puck now. Leslie to Power, chipping it up ahead now. Here's a chance. Jordy, good job on the back check there. Taking out. Now here's a chance. Power short side shot off a stick and high on the short side is now she'll get it back down. Here's Power centering. Doesn't work. Harlan can't keep it in, and she'll have to go back for it. Wilkie gets there first. Poked away there. Good job by Delaney to poke that puck away as a fan settles in. Now here's a nice pickup chance. Backhand dish. Fans on the backhand pass as it rolled off of her stick as Driscoll was driving the net. Back now, here's a chance. Harlan, that cleared out. Offside, having to overskate that puck. So they'll go back now, looking over an option. That's high. Nice sauce pass right on the stick of Duncan. Duncan gonna spin. Duncan dumping it in deep there. Wilkie, good job by Driscoll. Gonna get back down low and help her D-man out as that's puck work now. Here's a chance back to the way for the Caps. That's worked in. McHenry stopping up, cutting back now. McHenry looking over an option. She'll throw it around to the far side. Stepping in off the point. Here's Payne. Payne shot, glove save, and snagged out of the air by her ear. There was Peyton Crozier. Crozier having to be sharp once again. As Crozier shut in the door. Crozier seeing 15 shots already in this game. It's a face off to her glove hand side. One back to the point. Payne. She's going to go down low. Spinning. Asperg out of the corner. Shot into the chest protector and held on. Pinching the, I guess you could call it the 7-hole maybe, underneath the armpit. Pinching that close there and shutting the door once again. That's the 16th shot as they have 10 more shots than the Wolves. The face-off, they'll do it over. Driscoll going to try to push it forward. It'll end up back to the point. Shot there. Rebound off a body. McHenry couldn't get a stick on it, though, as she gets pushed into the boards there. Driscoll down low out of the skate there, trying to get it back as it hit the official. Centering. Good stick there. Finds Chasson. Turned over. Driscoll over the far side now. She'll cycle it down low. McHenry. Chasson. McHenry with it. Backhand. to the point. LaPierre down the wall. Finds Asperg. Down low, centering. Onto the stick, over the stick of McHenry. As that puck worked out into the neutral zone. Good job to just get center. Now it'll be dumped in. Good back check there, though. On the back check there, doing a great job was Beatrice Asperg. Asbridge, my apologies. That's worked in. Payne's going to shoot. Glove save, held on to and blown down there. As be a whistle, and we'll have a line change here for both squads here. As Chasson, she's going to head off as well. So it looks like it'll be number 14, McGuigan. So the face-off's going to go once again to the glove hand side of Cozier. Face-off here. Battle along the half wall, centering to the middle of the ice. Chipped up. Walter got to be careful. He's the last man. As now here's a chance back the other way. Looking for an option. Backdoor pass. Pad save. Closing the door. Delaney. Now rebound into the high slot. Stepping up. Stick. Poking that puck ahead. Now here's Leslie. Will pick it up. Chip pass too far ahead. Out of the reach there. Offside. Kelly poking it in now. Picked up. Controlled. And that'll be worked up back here by Richards. It's turned over now. Back the other way. Dumping it in. Get on the forecheck here once again are the Capitals. Dowling, and that'll be a penalty now here. So it looks like it's going to be a tripping call, and looks like Dowling's going to go to the box. So Dowling will sit for 2, and the Wolves get to see the first power play of the game. So scoring the first goal and taking the first penalty. So her numbers on the score sheet this evening is, I guess more it's so the nighttime here is local time 10:09, so the late game here this evening. As that puck faced off here. Blocker side of Delaney as that puck cycled down low. Wilkie will get to that, rimming it around the close side here. And that'll be chipped down. Here's a chance. Beaton's going to have a beat to it. Beaton going to step down. Beaton takes a slash, and she goes into the wall, getting the skate up, and she'll draw a call. And that'll be touched up, and will it go to center? No, as she didn't have a full clear-cut step, and Beaton drawing the 4-on-4, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 action as it looks like it'll be McGuigan as she'll go to the box as she's not happy with herself there, but McGuigan for tripping. And Beaton's going to stay, so some 4-on-4. Kearney, Beaton, Harlan, Wilkie out there. And for the Wolves, as they're going to have to do a change. Beaton couldn't get her neck guard on in time, so they'll have to change her. Good job by Beaton. Beaton getting a tap on the head there by the coaches. As that puck worked back into the neutral zone now, as that's too far out of the reach. As Duncan out there, she's going to pressure. Far side, McNeil will pressure as well. Now here's Parsons, so she'll step on. In replacement glove shot there, toe drag shot. Going to the net, Wilkie. She'll take a little bump, and official's going to talk to her. She wants to have a little chat there. So Wilkie getting to talk to the official, saying maybe don't get quite so close, maybe, knowing the puck being in the glove of goaltender Cozier. So the face-off here, Parsons going to dig in Kearney, so they'll stay. Harlan and Wilkie will stay. Snap back Parsons to Kearney. Far side, Wilkie. Wilkie shot. Rebound, kick just wide. That puck on opportunity. Going to go to the change here, so a 4-on-3 opportunity. A change is maybe a neck guard as a going to the bench. Pino now in front, off the wall. That'll find Mills on the far side. Mills has Chasson going. Chasson offside at the line, and she can't get back. And offside there, called by the far side of linesman. It'll be whistled down. 13:54 now remaining on the clock. Minute remaining, just under a minute, sorry, on the Capitals penalty. A minute 17 remaining on the Wolves penalty as it's dumped in. And behind her net, she'll clear up the wall. Nice touch there. Jordy will pick up with speed. Jordy, nice back check though. Good job there on the back check, Webster. Good job, Jordy, trying to center. It doesn't connect there. Is now Webster chipping it up ahead off the stick. Wasn't paying attention. Found the stick of Payne. Payne dumps it in right on Cozier. Cozier will leave it there. Gamble going to put it up the wall. Webster's going to get in a foot race for it. Far side, picked up there. Going to retreat in behind her net and settle the puck down. McNeil, that'll find the full length as LaPierre sent that the full length. So icing the call there. Still 13 seconds remaining on the power play. Or the penalty, I guess. It's 4-on-4, so we're all evened up here with just over 13 minutes now remaining here in the second period. Icing the call. Going to go all the way back down here to the glove hand side. Delaney. That puck now to the point. Pinu shot there. Goes off the glove. Rebound off the end wall. Shot. Hugging her post there. Closing the short side and into the blocker there. Good job by Delaney on that one. Faceoff's going to go now to the other side, to the blocker hand side here, Delaney. 4-on-4 action continues as Driscoll's going to step out here. So that puck, far side, up the wall. Pinot keeps it in. That'll do it for the Caps as the Caps will get a abbreviated 15-second power play here. Centering, doesn't connect, far side, Pinot. Far side going to dump it. Collision over on the far side. She takes the worst as Powers gets knocked over now. That puck centered off the stick of Asbridge. He's out right on net, driving to the net Asbridge, and that'll blow it down as Cozier will stop on and hold on for a whistle here. 12:35 remaining on the clock. 1-0 still the score here. 21-8 the shots in favor of the Capitals. As Driscoll will dig in on the draw. Face-off back to Walter now. Down the wall, rimming it in behind. Trying to get it out. McHenry can't do so. That'll be connected and worked out. Good job there to pick it up and work it through the neutral zone. Duncan dumping it up ahead. Back for that puck, Leslie. Leslie now into the corner. Driscoll takes a bump there. She tried to clear. Can't do so. Delaney plays it in behind her own net. Picked up there. Up the wall. McHenry going to chip it. Duncan holds it momentarily as Leslie will pick it up. She'll leave it for McHenry now. McHenry going to work it in. She'll dump it in. She'll go chases. McNeil will get back, pressuring her. McHenry and McNeil battle as Asbridge down there to help out. Going to give a hand as well down there. McPherson get her stick caught in the boards down there as Asbridge has some time now. McPherson had to get her stick back as that puck centered. Doesn't connect. Thomas now. Thomas getting pressured there on the far side. Wilkie stepping up. And Harlan going to go back for that. Harlan off the wall. McHenry, short side here in front of us as that puck now chipped up. And here's Asbridge. Asbridge shot, rebound off the body there as it didn't make its full way to the net as it's now held in. Harlan, D-to-D. Wilkie, slap shot off the stick into the corner. On the glass pane now off the wall and chipped to the middle. And Mills will dump it in, pressuring that puck down there. Blacure. Chasson's going to help out. She'll try to get it out front as Mills was waiting out there in the high slot. Centering pass. Good stick there on the step up. Gamble. That'll be worked in. Dowling. She's got the goal and the penalty here in this one as that puck now sent in. Trying to cut towards the front. O'Dane can't connect there. She got taken down on the way back. So that'll be picked up off the wall here just in front of us. Sent back, Kelly. Pressured by Mills. Kelly chipping it up ahead. Gamble runs into her opponent on the far side. That's O'Dane. O'Dane trying to chip it up ahead. Good job by Gamble. Not letting that happen. Puck poked up and chipped in by Kelly. Up the wall. Chip play there. Up into the neutral zone. Going to have to go back. Payne now with it. Payne will collect. Up off the wall, here's to Kelly. Kelly, nice touch to herself there. Kelly, gonna work it in. Kelly slows up her feet. Shot, short side. Almost beat her up by the ear. Blocker save, though, there. Good job by Cozier as that puck battled along the half wall here once again. High forward there for the Wolves. That's Casey Griffin. It's Casey Griffin centering. Can't connect there on the far side with Webster. Griffin's gonna connect. Now picked up far side. Beaten. That's going to be cleared out. Looks like it could have been an unsportsmanlike penalty, actually. There's the stick got shot away from Finley Blick here. Is that puck now battled for here. Parsons works it back, regrouped. Nice play there. That goes off a skate, though, is the right idea as it ends up working out now. Neutral zone. Here's Beaton. Nice play. Beaton's going to drop the shoulder. Backhand shot. Rebound. Loose. Cleared. Casely. Griffin's going to collect now. Griffin gets center. Dumps it in deep. Walter gets in her way. Pressuring down there. Thomas takes a bump. Good job there. Thomas works it to Richards. Richards shot there high off the glove and up and out of play for a whistle. As that puck went off the glove of Delaney and up into the mesh in front of our camera down in the far end. So that puck will be worked back just outside the line. The Caps chip it up ahead. That's now worked in. No call on the play there. A little bit of bumping going on here. So they're going to let them play it out. Is that puck down low? Jordy takes a bump there from Pinot. Jordy centering, can't connect in front. Parked down in front there, waiting for an opportunity. It was number 22 for the Caps. Aislinn McAdam. Sorry, number 22 is Sydney Power. My apologies, Sydney. Is that puck now worked in? Harlan gonna try to chip it through ahead, connecting. Is that puck? Chasson on the bench. She'll get first to that puck. Chasson centering. Doesn't connect. Over skate. Now here's a chance. High slot. Shot there. 5-hole attempt, and that'll be held on to, and that'll be blown down. No call in the play there once again. Puck thought maybe squeaked through. Is good job by. This looks like it's going to be a penalty coming now for cross-checking as Harlan's going to get sent off here. As Harlan enters the box, as you see in the top of your screen there, past the coaches as she takes a seat. So a face-off and a power play here for the Wolves. With 7:52 remaining on the clock, the Wolves going to head to a power play looking to tie this game up here on the penalty to Ellie Harlan as the face-off's going to go to the glove hand side. Face-off walked here, McPherson. McPherson. Good job keeping that puck. That'll get dumped in. Duncan onside, says the official. As it's cleared, Payne, nice job to clear it up. Kind of the middle of the ice. That'll go back Cozier as Ashbridge is going to pressure now. Ashbridge gets to that puck first, pressured there. As they look to get back 4-on-4, as that happened about 15 seconds after the Wolves started their last power play. And ended up being 4-on-4 for pretty much the whole thing, and it's cleared. Just outside the line, stopped up, picked up there by Blaquier. Chipped, collected, and sent down the full length. LaPierre gonna have to go back. McPherson. Stretch pass. Good job stepping. Now here's a chance. Jordy too far ahead for her, though. McNeil gonna have to go get it now as she picks it up. She's gonna gather it and pick up her speed through the neutral zone, right down the middle. McNeil shot, rebound off the shin pad of Leslie is Leslie going to clear it. Good pressure there. Now that's turned over. Here's a chance over on the far side. Collected, looking over some options. Shot there. Stevenson left it at the point there, and it's shot in from the point by Gamble and held on for a whistle there by Delaney. .50 comes over here. Face-off's going to be once again inside the Caps zone here. Late change for the Wolves as they get away with one there, as they had too many on the ice, so they had to take one off. As that puck goes D-to-D. Pinot shot there, blocked on the way through. Good job sacrificing the body there. As Kelly tried to get away, couldn't do so as Pinot. Good job there. Chipped up ahead. Far side, chipped in, and now out. Thomas, back pass, that goes too far. Gonna have to go back Webster for that. Webster, as Kelly loses her stick. Webster going to get her feet going down the far side. McHenry going to try to match it as there's some speed down the far side. Webster gets taken out, no call. They'll let them play as they're letting everything go here. Some back and forth action here as the Beaton and the official collide up in the neutral zone. I don't know if you could see that on the camera, and that'll be whistled down, and the official slow, and she heads into the penalty box over on the far side. She's slow moving. She takes her time now as she steps back onto the ice. Good to see her getting back out there. She gets dusted off. So the face-off's going to stay inside the Cap zone. Hopefully she's all right. So the face-off's going to be just inside the Capital zone here. To the blocker side as that puck shot there over. Tip just wide of the net, though, as that puck now worked down low. Mills, as the Wolves now looking to get some pressure in the offensive zone as it's chipped back up into the neutral zone. Parsons, headman for Beaton. Good stick, tripping, and that'll be a penalty. Will she point to center? Tripping going to be the call, not a clear-cut breakaway, but getting a step once again. Beaton, and looks like it's going to be Brooke McGuigan's going to sit for tripping. So tripping the call there, and a power play here for the Caps. 5:20 remaining here in the second period. Action coming live from the Daphne Arena at St. Mary's University here downtown Halifax. As that puck sent up the wall, Mills trying to clear it. Chasson, she gets it up into the neutral zone. Good job by Chasson clearing, wearing the C for the Wolves. It's now picked up. Parsons couldn't control it cleanly as it's chipped up. Can that make its way out? No. Good job, Wilkie. Dangerous move there at the line. Now here's a chance. Mills will work it in. Mills going to look over some options as she gets to the puck first. Mills gets pushed off it into her feet. She overskates it, and now Mills will going to peel off to the bench, and a line change here for the Wolves as they step out over the line now. Here comes Parsons. Parsons down low and behind the net of Cozier to the point. That goes over the stick of Payne. Neutral zone. Once again, still 1-0 the score here. As Harlan, far side, off the wall, looking over an option over there. Gonna control Beaton, drops it for Payne. Payne collecting speed now. Payne's gonna carry it herself. Payne crosses one-timer shot. One-timer slap shot. Is that puck now cleared to the point? Parsons will keep it in though. Parsons backdoor to the point. Good hold there as that puck now will send a full 200 over there. Good job by Finley Black here. Is that puck far side off of a stick. Will that go the full length? Richards, that's waved off. Up the wall. Webster cleared to the point just outside the line. That'll be picked up. LaPierre over the line now. LaPierre looking over for an option. She'll work it down low now. LaPierre over the far side. LaPierre to the point. Shot there from distance. Off the block in front. 3 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck on the battle in the far side corner. Picked up in the corner now, trying to walk it out. As that puck on the pass can't do so as that's cleared. Will that have enough for icing as it's cleared down? Yes, it will, and that'll be an icing call here with 3:09 remaining on the clock. 1-0, like I said. Still the lead here for the Caps. As they have doubled the shots now of the Wolves as they lead the shot category 24-12. So face-off going to the glove hand side of Cozier. She's made 23 of 24 saves. So that puck now back to the point. D-to-D. Shot there from Walter. Blocked. Pinot. She'll pick it up and work it now through the neutral zone. Pinot gonna chip it up ahead. Pinot battling with Walters. That puck in behind the net now. Thomas almost took a header into the boards as that's worked up the wall. That'll be picked up. Gathering speed. McHenry across the line. Chipping it to herself. She'll get taken out. No call there as she took a Stumbles. That's up the wall. Here's Thomas now. She can't control Harlan. Shot there. Rebound off a skate and behind the net. Picked up far side. Wheeled out. Good job there to control. McPherson. She'll work it in over the line now. McPherson shot there. Rebound. Nothing going on there as that rebound got smothered up. Good job holding onto the puck there into the glove of number 30, Lauren Delaney. She's made all 13 saves here thus far. Mills going to dig in against Driscoll. Driscoll wins it back. Harlan, reverse play. Driscoll, low support. She'll pick it up and wheel it through the neutral zone now. Here's Driscoll to her backhand. She'll chip it to herself. Driscoll down and behind the net now. Trying to center off the back of the net, though, as that's picked up. Asperge trying to find Driscoll. She'll fan on that shot, and it goes in the corner now. Picked up here, short side. Trying to work it out. Of the short side there was Eleanor McHenry. As Asperge trying to get to that. Chipped up into the neutral zone, and that might have enough, and that will go the full length. Icing the call. So icing will be the call, trying to get a change over the Wolves. So they'll have to send their itinerary back out to the ice. Last late change there, so McPherson gonna head off. So trying to get to that puck on the far side. Good job to chip it out. That might not have enough. Good weight to it, and that won't go all the way for icing. Lapierre rimming it around. Audin. Nice touch there for Dowling. Gamble, though, gets to it first. Fanning on that puck. Here's Kelly now. High slot. Kelly. Looking over some options. Kelly gets pinched off by Webster, though. Good job by Webster. Gamble collides far side. Now here's a chance. Dowling shot. Rebound loose. That puck sent wide of the net. Now here's Odin. Shot there off the skating. Gamble out front. And that'll be jumped onto there by Cozier. Is exactly 1 minute remaining on the clock here as the shots continue to climb. But the score does not. Great job there by Cozier on that play. Puck back to the point. Down the wall. Shot there. That's wide. Off the stick of Kearney. That puck centered. Too far out of the reach now. Back into the neutral zone. Once again as that puck chipped up. Big collision there as it's worked back. Over across. Duncan will dump it in and the Wolves will get back on the forecheck. Puck to the wall now. Here half wall. Cleared back down low. Shot there. Thomas. Centering. Pinot stepping up. Shot. Wide. Duncan will get to it first. Centering once again. Picked off as half a minute now remains here in the second period as that puck trying to clear it out. Now here's a chance. High slot. Duncan to her backhand. Here's a chance. Duncan. Shot. Wide off the backhand. Chance centering. High chance. McNeil to the point. Pinot shot. That's sent just wide as the Wolves looking to tie it up late here. 5 seconds remaining. And that'll do it here for the second period as it's cleared out into the neutral zone in the full length. And what a second period there as late as the Wolves try to tie it up. So after 2 periods of play, the Caps still lead 1-0 off a goal by Dowling in the first period. And we'll be back here for more action after this short intermission. Thank you for tuning in on High Button Sports. I'm Logan Crothers. We'll talk to you soon, here in about 20 minutes or so.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross and Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage.
Welcome back inside of the Daphne Arena here on the St. Mary's University campus. Home of the St. Mary's Huskies as we get set here for third period of action. Is that puck, and we are underway as we are live on High Button Sports. Is that puck now worked in? Crossed. Here's a chance for the Wolves to try to get something going here early and tie this game up. Is still the 1-0 score. That's the puck centered. Shot there. That got sent wide of the net, though, as it's worked over now. Trying to center that puck now. Point shot there from the high slot. Sorry, as Chasson let that one go on her backhand. She gets a shot there. Paddled into the corner. Calmly there by Delaney now. Picked up there off the wall. Could have been too many players on the ice there as it's worked over. McHenry. Asbridge shot, glove save, held on to, no rebound there. Good job coming off the stick on that shot there and reading it all the way into the glove and holding on for a whistle there. Cozier. Face-off's going to go to her glove hand side. Late change here once again for the Wolves as looks like it'll be Gamble skating out there a couple seconds after. That goes high off the glass. Will that go down? Looks like it might go down the full length. That'll be icing there as it touches the boards there. And that'll be sent down. And some strategy maybe going on. And both the coaches seem to be in good spirits down there now as some intense times here as that puck dropped. Good job there by the Caps trying to get a cycle going, but that goes under the stick. Gamble rimming it up. The close side wall here. That's too far to the reach. And nice job there. Stevenson shot into the chest protector, held on for a whistle. No rebound on the play there. Good job by Stevenson reading the play and taking that jump through the neutral zone. And if you're just tuning in, an early goal coming off the stick of number 27, Haley Dowling. Far side, trying to get it back. Local time, 10:45. This third period just underway here as it's dumped in. So the late night game here for these two is the local squad gets an opportunity here to play the late night game. I wonder what time they play here now, but they get to sleep in their own beds tonight, so it's always nice coming in and getting to go home for the night, sleep in your own bed, not having to go to a hotel and figure out food, go home, have a nice home cooked meal. Off the rebound off the end wall, that was dangerous. Like I was saying, now here's a chance. McNeil poked ahead to herself now. McNeil in alone on the breakaway. McNeil backhand, can't get it around the pad. She looks for a trailer. That can't connect as that goes through almost all four of them. As it's played up, Cozier finds Blackure. She chips it off to the far side. Mills trying to work it up ahead. Close the door as that puck worked through. That could have been dangerous on the far side as that puck worked down the far wall. Close to the bench as the door was open. That'll be dumped back in. Payne's going to have to retreat once again. So the Wolves going to try to pressure it once again here as that's up the wall. Touch pass, can't connect. Spinning shot, Thomas can't let it go. Shot, that goes off the back of her leg and she winces there. She has to back check as I'm sure that'll leave a bruise as that puck, no padding there as that puck will be worked back. Thomas on the back check. She still wincing, you can tell her. She's trying to get out there. Blocks that puck now. Good job there. She was fearless after verdantly blocking one. Ran out and tried to block another one right after. So a hand pass called here by the official. Puck face-off going to come outside. As I'm sure that'll leave a mark on Thomas. The shot got let go by her own teammate, but ended up hitting her on the way to the net, and that puck definitely going to leave a mark. As you could tell, wincing after, but I'm sure she'll shake it off and be right back out there next shift. Gamble. And a headlock over on the far side as they kind of get released now. Trying to poke it ahead. Oh, and just over skated there as that was an opportunity as 2-on-1 could have materialized there. As that puck now on the half wall. Trying to clear. Leslie. Carney. Chow. Here's a chance now. An opportunity trying to get it up ahead. Webster had a beat there if they could have connected, but can't do so as now. Here's McGuigan trying to connect with McNeil. McNeil's going to pressure Leslie here on the half wall. Chipped up in to the zone now. Back up the wall. Leslie read that perfectly. She'll leave it there. Going to work it down. Trying to get through is beaten now. Here's a chance. Chasson. She can get the feet going. Leslie. That's called off. Good call by the officials. They're going to try to keep this game moving. McNeil on the forecheck. Centering. Chasson can't connect. Shot there. McPherson couldn't get through. Shot from McGuigan off the end wall. Rebound. Still loose. Chasson. Shot. Can't connect. Is that puck now? Still loose. Up the half wall. Stepping up. That was a missed pinch there. Is Asbridge. Shot. Rebound. Banged. Still loose. Pad save. Cozier shuts the door once again and keeps it a 1-0 game as Cozier. What a save there by Peyton Cozier as some back-to-back action here continues. As what action here as McNeil had a breakaway opportunity, couldn't score, and then back the other way. As Chasson was alone in front as well. She couldn't score as Albad, and then back the other way. Down on the other end, 200 feet from the Capitals net. Cozier having to come up with 3 or 4 saves. Shot there, Driscoll just wide. And behind Asbridge, trying to come up with it. Driscoll battling, she gets knocked off the puck. She'll get up now. She'll stay low. She'll try to get back in the battle now. Here's Driscoll centering. Backhand shot. Rebound. Patted away. Good job on the pad save there by Cozier. Peyton Cozier as Driscoll gets in there. And the official takes another wipeout as a tough night for her as that's her second wipeout of the night as that puck shot in. Paddled away. Thomas going to pressure. Harlan bumps her. That puck now down low, pressured there. Good job on the pressure there by Black here. Is that puck now picked up Payne. Payne, fake pass there. She'll carry it through. Payne shot, that's sent wide though, as it's now picked up down low. Pressure there. Is that puck over on the half wall. Cleared up. That goes through the feet there of Casely. Griffin, not enough for icing. Lapierre getting back now in behind her own net now. Off the wall. Chipped up into the neutral zone as they cross over the blue line. Jordy shot from distance. Blocked there on the way through. McGuigan on the block there. She'll retreat to the net front. Gamble. She'll rim it around. Close side here. Stepping up, Leslie once again. That puck bounced over here. Now here's a chance. McGuigan going to try to step up and go. As it's back now, Webster. She's going to have to get back as that puck is going to almost heading for a change. Now here's a chance. Leslie's going to let one go. Glove save, held on to, no rebound. Great job there. Peyton Cozier once again calmly picking the puck out of the air and holding on for a whistle. Great job there by Cozier as you get a shot there. Her in her crease as the faceoff's going to go to her glove hand side now here as that puck battled for here off the draw, trying to get something through. Beaton's going to battle. Backhand wraparound attempt. Can't get it through though. Dowling looking for her second of the game. Lone goal scorer in this one as she battles for it down low. Good job keeping the feet going. That might draw a penalty. No call on the play there, as that could have been a tripping call as that puck now Might have been a toe pick, though. That one definitely will be, and that's touched up. And a power play here coming for the Wolves. So after a one missed call, could have been a toe pick, though. That one does get called. Looks like it'll be Kelly going to go sit in the box there, as tripping will be the call. So a power play here for the Wolves. Going to try to tie it up here. 12:28 remaining on the clock. As you get a shot of the Caps bench there. Former St. Mary's Huskies women's hockey player Allie Barter there in the glasses. Played hockey growing up with her for several years through Timbits and the minor hockey system. As she played, I believe, 4 years with the St. Mary's Huskies. As Wilkie goes back, that goes off the far side, and that's sent back down the full length of the ice. Richards and behind, Stevenson's going to go pick it up. Now Stevenson's going to be pressured by Kearney. She'll cycle it back down. Pinot will have to go back and get it. Pinot, chip play up ahead. Mills doesn't get it up ahead, though. They can't connect now. Here's Kearney, short-handed. Kearney going to weave her way through. Kearney's shot there. Stevenson blocks. Corner picked up. Got to be careful, but McGuigan's going to pick it up, and she'll get her feet going through the neutral zone. McGuigan around and Driscoll. McGuigan drop past Duncan. Cross ice. Off the stick. Finds McPherson. Shot. Rebound. Duncan. Save. Rebound. Once again loose. Chasson. Shot. In behind now. Duncan looking for it in her feet. Chasson's going to get in there to help out. Asbridge is going to pressure Chasson. It's a weird play there. Chasson down low once again. She'll collect now to the point. McPherson shot. Looking for a tip off the stick of Duncan. It's McNeil and Duncan alone in front. Battling there. As that puck battled through Payne. McNeil will get to it first. As no one wanted for the Caps now. McNeil, Chasson. Point. McGuigan shot. Glove save. Rebound off the glove. Trying to clear. McGuigan holds and now it's out. McGuigan will dump it off. And it'll hit a player on the way out and offside at the line, as McGuigan did a great effort there to try to keep it in, but just teetered out over the line and out into the neutral zone and sent back in, clearing or a dumping attempt off her own player. So 8 seconds remaining on the power play here. Stevenson wins that puck back, dumping it in. Good job there by Gamble to get it in. They'll try to forecheck it. Is that puck now back into the neutral zone? D-to-D pass. Gambles. That'll do it for the power play. Kelly gets off. Jordy. Onside, says the official. That puck now is trying to center it. Can't connect. Nice job there with some patience. Cutting back and behind her own net. That's Walter up the far side wall. Picked up there. Worked across the line. Jordy. Far side pass. Here's Prince now. Prince gets stopped up. Prince to the point. Leslie down to Prince once again on the half wall. Prince takes a bump by Gamble. Gamble got to be careful there, not to take one here late. Shot there. Glove save held on to. No rebound as Gamble trying to get back in defensive position there. 9:53 remaining on the clock. 1-0 still the score here is an early 1-0 lead for the Caps, and that's all there's been here as the Wolves looking to get back. 31-22 shots in favor of the Caps as that puck now sent back in behind. Richards, she'll go D-to-D. Up the far side, nice breakout there as that puck now worked back into the neutral zone. Heads up, that puck got cleared in by Thomas. Right off the glass, a pane of glass right in front of the benches. That puck now cleared up the far side. Pinot has got to be careful as she finds Beaton offside there at the line though. Getting in over the line as they stopped up there, and miscommunication on who had it is Beaton and Kearney with too much speed there. Couldn't figure out who was going to take the puck and who was going to stay onside as they went offside there. So a combined effort on the offside as that puck will get dropped and that'll be worked back D-to-D. Headman pass there. That'll be chipped in. Good job by Beaton as she'll pressure now. Pressure from Beaton. Picks it up. Beaton on her backhand. She'll try to work over top. She'll leave it. Harlan working it down low. That puck was a little hot to handle. Gamble centering past McGuigan. Trying to chip it up off the backside of Chasson. Chasson centering off the skate though. of Wilkie. Now she'll chip it up. Wilkie stepping up with the glove hand there, passing it up ahead. Duncan will collect, though, now as she works it in. Duncan dumping it in. They'll get on the forward check here. Shea Song going to read that and try to work it down the wall here once again as she pressures Wilkie. Goes D to Harlan. Harlan, far side breakout pass. That'll be chipped up now, worked in. Good job there by Parsons to get it in as she gets it now. Parsons going to try to dump it in. She's gassed. She'll peel off for a change. Payne stepping up off of her foot, though, and out. McNeil off the backside there at the line. McNeil takes a little stumble and back. The Caps send it wide. Prince cutting back, looking for an option. Prince shot deflected on the way through. Rebound cleared away. Back to the point. Payne down low. Black here. Jordy picks it up on the half wall. Shot there. Power can't get it off. Sydney Power cycling it down low. For Chloe Jordy. She gets taken out. No call. No arm up in the air there. Is that puck now? Down low. Looking for some options. Centering backdoor. Power. Whiffed on that as it was an opportunity backdoor. Sydney Power looking to extend the lead to 2. And that puck going back and forth here. Some great pressure from Jordy, Power, and Prince. Centering pass for Power. Can't connect as it's chipped back out. As they get tangled up. Gamble. She'll let it go. No icing as LaPierre goes D. Payne. That goes back into the neutral zone. Chipping it once up. Again up ahead. Payne picking it up off her skate to her stick. Dumping it in after center. Richards will go back. She'll go backhand D. Up the wall. That goes off. Tipped by Leslie. Some parents not pleased with the no icing call there. As here's a chance. Thomas centering out front. Can't connect there as Black here. Kara Black here now. Here's O'Dane with it. 3-on-2. O'Dane too far ahead for herself there. Now she picks it up. O'Dane shot there. Off the stick. Over to the side. Good defensive structure here by the Wolves. They dump it down. That goes past Leslie and that'll go down for icing. So a stoppage of play here. So a stoppage of play on the icing. A face-off to the glove hand side of Cozier as the Wolves starting to try to realize the time's ticking down. 6:36 remaining. Dumping it down in low. Running it back up the wall here once again. Centering. Can't connect now up the far side. Now here's a chance. Thomas. Good job to drag the toe there as offside light says the appearance to the left up here of me as that puck now up through the neutral zone. McGuigan, there's a lot going on down there. It looks like it'll be tied up. So some rough stuff, and it looks like it's going to be Walter to go. Looks like it'll be both number 10s going to head to the box here. As Walter's going to go with Thomas. It'll be 2 for roughing on both sides. And the face-off's going to stay inside here. So on that, it looks like it'll be a face-off to the glove hand side as the Caps looking to stay ahead by 1. Face-off worked around behind. Asbridge now centering through the middle. Picked up. McHenry now dumps it in. Good job there by McHenry. Collision down there. As here's Driscoll. Nice move by Driscoll over top. Driscoll drop pass. Got to be careful there. Here's a chance back the other way with Neal. Shea Saw chipping it up ahead. Going to get to that puck. Good job there by Harlan to get to that puck first. Harlan. D. Wilkie. Having to be careful here late in the game. Can't afford a risky pinch. And an odd man opportunity. Driscoll smart play there to keep it away. Turned over though as Driscoll trying to center it. Can't connect. Duncan will go get it. Duncan. Centering pass. Shot there. McNeil can't find the back of the net as that's right into the chest protector on a nice play by Duncan. As Duncan having herself quite not an easy game, quite a productive game as she's been in quite a few opportunities. So now leading the shot total here by 11, 33-22. The Capitals. clinging on to a 1-0 lead here as 5-on-5 action continues. 2 coincidental minor shot, rebound, big save. What a job there is Cozier keeping her team in it. Now here's a chance. 2-on-1. Webster. Stevenson. Backhand pass. Can't connect. Trying to find a way out front for Webster. Gamble will hold at the line. Gamble trying to get it off. Gamble lets one go. Can't connect as that's over top of the net. Just too high. 4:50 now remaining in the game as it's worked around the far side. Tangled up down low. Harland, I believe. Or no, that was Payne. As that's now picked up by her as she exits her zone. Chipped up ahead. Worked over. Parsons now. Parsons shot. Picked up. Pino off the wall. Going to try to work it through McNeil. Just stays onside. It's not to the agreeance of the fans, though, as they wanted an offside call here with 4 minutes and 20 seconds or so remaining. As that's sent around, McNeil's going to pressure. Prince picks it up, trying to chip it out. Mills on the back check, though. Good job there. McNeil overskates it. Mills got to get back now. Here's Leslie. Leslie in over the line. On her backhand, Leslie. Poked off of her stick by McGuigan. To the point, though, now. Shot there from distance. Tipped on. Rebound. Still loose. As McGuigan picks it up off the glass. Back into the neutral zone. Off the skate now. McGuigan turns it over. Off the skate of Jordy picked up. Duncan's going to pressure. Good job here. Once again, Duncan hounding them. On the forecheck, Duncan's going to pressure her over. Chasson's going to help out now. McGuigan's going to try to hold the line. Chasson's going to try to get in there as well to help out now. Is Duncan going to help? Duncan gets pinched off. Far side pass picked up there. Chipped up. Neutral got to get back now. Centering. Cross ice now. Here's a chance for the Wolves. Duncan. Chasson. Duncan over the line to Chasson. Can't connect. Stevenson going to pick it up. Stevenson drop pass. Got to be careful. Dowling was there on the back check. So 3 minutes now here remaining in the third period. The Wolves pressing, looking to tie it up. Chasson's going to go off. Could have been a high sticking call there. As the puck or the stick got up onto the cage. No call on the play. Picked up. Worked up the wall. Too far. As that's sent back. McGuigan still out there. She steps up now. Here's McGuigan. Shot there. Blocked. Payne. Getting in the way of McGuigan. Going back. Dowling. Up the wall, far side, stepping up, and looks like it'll be a 4-minute head contact penalty now here. As McGuigan is going to sit for 4 minutes with only 2 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock. As I'm sure some unhappy campers down there on that bench right now, but I'm sure the Caps still have to stay dialed here. So McGuigan's going to go to the box here for 2:30 for a 4-minute penalty. So no chance at some 5-on-5 action here to finish. So the Wolves are going to have to pull their tendy or score a shorty. As Leslie down the wall for Driscoll. Driscoll on her backhand. She'll control now. Forehand pass cross D to D. Here's a shot there. Tipped on. That's in behind the net now. As that puck battled on the half wall in behind the net now. Picked up. Looking for an option. Gonna work it over top. Back pass there. Gonna go. And McNeil's gonna have to pressure here as they're gonna have to get something going here. 1:53 seconds remaining in the game. Puck passed here. Nice job there. Driscoll will pick it up. Cutting back. She's going to try to kill as much time as she can here. Driscoll drop pass. Leslie. Up the wall. Asbridge. Asbridge going to work it through the neutral zone and in over the line. Asbridge backhand it up to the point. Leslie. Asbridge shot blocked on the way through by Richards, and that's cleared by Chaisson. 1:20 now remaining here. It's 4 minutes for head contact. Stevenson's going to pressure. Up the wall. Here's a chance. As McPherson stepping up. Parsons will wheel it in. Parsons cutting to the middle. Shot there. Blocker save. Cozier once again. Is that puck now in behind? There's the last minute now here in this one. Is that puck now worked over top, far side. Shot there from distance. That's sent wide. Is that puck now over in behind the net? Carney picks it up. Leaves it there, though. That'll be left for Parsons. Parsons working it up top, over top, working it down the far side now. Here's a shot from distance. Rebound, loose in front. Still loose as it's cleared back to the point now. They go D to D. Shot there. Distance, rebound loose. Still loose, and that's whistled down and must have lost sight of, says the official. So Cozier shutting the door here once again with 21 seconds remaining as they still trail by a score of 1-0. What a game here as a timeout called by the Wolves, as they're going to have to get it out and try to pull their goalie, get 5-on-5 action here. Even strength, no chance of taking the man advantage. So they go over their strategy, as well as a gathering on the high end of the bench there towards the penalty box by the Caps. They go over some stuff. Some making sure no one sneaks in behind you. Is another look there as the Wolves go over things right at mid-bench. Chasson not on the ice right now, so I wonder if maybe they're going to try a face-off draw here. So just be wary that you might see a face-off draw here coming as Chasson parked at the far gate. And the gate's open down there, so you be ready here. Watch the player go to the bench right off the draw. We'll see as it's rimmed. Now into the neutral zone. Inside 20 seconds remaining here. They'll try to rag out as much time as they got to pressure now and get it going back the other way. Goaltender's going to go. Now retreat. Over the line here. 3 seconds remaining on the clock. And that'll do it here for this one, folks. As time expires in the third period, a nail-biter between these two, 1-0. The score is the Caps are victorious. The only goal coming off the stick of Haley Dowling. As that's all for me tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to High Buttons production of the U18 Female Major League. Live on High Button Sports all year round. And all weekend long, tune in here inside the Daphne Arena on the St. Mary's University campus. But that's all for me, folks. Have a good one. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as all-day action here live on High Button Sports. Thank you and have a good night.